since you do sit on the Arkansas Supreme Court, when you were seeing everything happen with the Judge Brett Kavanaugh, now Justice Kavanaugh, nomination hearings and stuff, I mean, what were you thinking as a justice?
I was thinking, no one wins. This is awful. It was difficult to watch. I sat with my 13-year-old son in our living room and we watched portions of it, and it's one of those situations that really makes you shake your head. But in the end, we're going to have to move past that. And in Arkansas, we're going to have to do better. We're going to have to require our judges and hold them accountable to be nonpartisan, to act according to the Constitution. And certainly there are so many issues on a federal level that we can't control and that we're not proud of. But in Arkansas, we can make a difference. And that's why I've said that I'm going to stand up and fight this fight. I didn't ask for it. I didn't ask for dark money to come into the state and want to buy this seat. But I am willing to take this on. I'm willing to lean into this opportunity to be a part of something that's so much bigger than me. This isn't just about Courtney Goodson and Position 3 on the Arkansas Supreme Court. It's about defending the judiciary and the attack that it is under in terms of the independence, being able to buy the independence and take that away from the people of Arkansas. So that's what I've got to do for the next several days, is continue my fight. I'm proud to do it. I've got 3 beautiful children that have been traveling the state of Arkansas with me. And as you'll recall, in spite of those $2 million that came in May, we led the ticket. And we bought no television, we bought no radio, we didn't send out any mailers. And yet the people of Arkansas were smart enough to smell a rat and to know something was afoot, and we led the ticket. And I'm humbled by it, but I'm also empowered by it.
What was it like to watch that, and then how do you say that the country and the state should move forward?
Well, I thought it was, you know, a sad commentary on a lot of things in our country right now, that there is such a chasm between folks of different ideologies. It seemed like the hearings were more of a Rorschach test. You know, I mean, if you supported Kavanaugh going in, and you pretty much found enough that emboldened you after they were over. If you were not supporting him, you found enough evidence that you could, you know, maintain your position coming out. I didn't really see anyone's opinion change too much, but you know, I support our Supreme Court. I support. You know, I'm thrilled that Justice Kavanaugh is on the court. I'm glad that politics didn't rule at the end of the day when it came to that, because I didn't think that it was fair the way he was treated. But you know, and I identify with Justice Kavanaugh. I identify with Neil Gorsuch, as well as Samuel Alito and Chief Justice Roberts and and Justice Thomas. We're all members of the Federalist Society, and we all you know, adhere to principles of federalism, of constitutionalism, of textualism, kind of in the same vein as Justice Scalia, who passed away a couple of years ago. And so, you know, that's what they're taking judicial conservatism to the U.S. Supreme Court. I'm trying to bring judicial conservatism to the Arkansas Supreme Court.
And then one other thing that's interesting that's happening at the SCOTUS level, there's this push right now to add 4 justices to the court in 2021, and there are some historical Arkansas ties to this issue. Roosevelt back in 1937 tried to do this, and then we had, at the time, Senate Majority Leader Arkansan Joe T. Robinson was the chief advocate for it. It ended up failing, but now that they're trying to revive the push, obviously there's politics at play here too, but what do you think about adding 4?
Again, I just support the rule of law. I mean, I would be just one vote on something like that if it were come to a vote of the people as far as amending the Constitution or changing the process, you know, but, you know, my voice, you know, as a judge should always take second chair to the vote of the people.
What do you think of adding an additional 4 to the U.S. Supreme Court?
I think that sounds like a terrible idea.
Politics always comes in play too,
well,
I think.
I think that, I mean, 9 is plenty. You need an odd number, and if we think that growing federal government is going to solve any of the problems and adding more judges to the mix, I don't think that's a very good answer.